the 9th chapter.
Mm. 91, Mataji.
Yeah. So the game is going on, the dramas. Nityananda Prabhu is now playing the drama of Lakshmana. He himself is Lakshmana. He is well unconscious. Then all the children are very afraid. They forgot the instruction of Nityananda Prabhu that after this, when I fall unconscious, then you should go and one of you should become Hanuman and go and bring Gandhamadana Parvat. So all these things happened. Then when boy became Hanuman, then that diamond fight and all is there, how he's caught by crocodile. All this drama is going on. Then another boy is playing the doctor's role. There is Sushena. Sushena is doctor of the monkeys. He held the medicine Lakshmana's nose. So in this way, Vishalya Karani, Swarna Karani, Sanjivani, Sadhana Karani, all these medicines, 4 medicines were brought. Vishalya, Savarana, Sanjivani, Sadhana Karani. So they were held before the nose of Nityananda Prabhu, who was now absorbed in the mood of Lakshmana. Nityananda Mahaprabhu, Thila Thakane, Deki Pita Mata Adi, Hasi Sarvajani. So everybody were happy. When he regained his consciousness, especially, his parents were very, very happy. They smiled in relief. Kule, Karilena, Giya, Hadai Pandita, Sakala Balaka, Helena, Harashita. Then his father, Hadai Pandit, embraced him, embraced Nityananda Prabhu. And all the boys became overjoyed. Sabe bole, Bapa iha kothai shikila, hasi bole Prabhu, moraye shakala lila. So everyone was asking, where did you learn all these things? Then Nityananda Prabhu smiled and said, these are all my pastimes. Prathama vayasaha Prabhuvati sukumara kolahaite karo chitta nahi edi baram. So in his early days, in his early childhood, the Lord was very attractive. Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram himself. And no one wanted to let him go from their laps. Sarvaloke putra haite badashne sneha vase chinnite na pare keha Vishnu Maya vase. So everybody had affection for Nityananda Prabhu than they had for their own sons. But no one could recognize him due to the influence of Lord's illusory energy. Because of Yogamaya potency, nobody could understand why they had so much of love than even their own sons. He namate shishukale haite Nityananda Krishna Leela vina ara nakori ananda. Nityananda Prabhu had no happiness other than enjoying the pastimes of Lord Krishna right from the beginning of the childhood. So that is how the children are developed in the house. They should love to play the pastimes of Krishna. In this way, they can remember the pastimes of Krishna. The more we enact, the more we remember. The more we see the dramas, we remember. Or sometimes we hear, but we may forget. But dramas are the very good sources to make the person always remember the Leela. Pita Mata Grahachari Sarva Shishugana Nityananda Samahati Vihare Sarvakshalam. So all of his friends left their parents to constantly sport in the company of Nityananda. So his friends they used to not stay more in the house. They used to leave their parents and come and be in the company of Nityananda Prabhu because they used to like to sport with him. Se Sabashishura Paye Bahu Namaskara Nityananda Sange Yandra Ye Mata Vihara. So here Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is the author of Chaitanya Bhagavat, he says, I offer repeated obeisances at the feet of those boys who enjoyed the association of Lord Nityananda. Now see what is he saying. I am paying obeisances to those boys, what fortune they have. He's not saying I am paying obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu. It is understood. One who gets a fortune to be in the pastime of Nityananda Prabhu, they are very fortunate, and that is why here Vrindavan Das Thakur says, let me pay obeisances to first these boys. They have got that fortune. Yehi mata krida kari Nityananda Raya Shishu Haite Krishna Lila Vina Nahi Bhaya. Now, right from the childhood, Nityananda Prabhu had no other interest other than enacting the various pastimes of Lord Krishna. Anantera Leela Keba Pare Kahi Bare Taha Tarhana Kripaya Yena Matasfure Yare. Who can describe the pastimes of Lord Ananta? They are only manifest to one who has received his mercy. So Ananta Adishesha, Ananta Leela, Ananta Krishna is Ananta. Krishna's Leelas are also Ananta. Ananta Shesha has Ananta hoods, Ananta mouths, infinite mouth to describe the pastimes of Krishna. Now, who can describe Lord Ananta's pastime? Now, Ananta has 1,000 hoods to describe Lord's Ananta pastime. Then one should be qualified to describe even Ananta. They are only manifest to one who has received his mercy. It's not so easy to understand Guru Tattva. It's not so easy. But who has received the mercy of Ananta Shesha can understand Guru Tattva. People like to do devotion alone, but they cannot do devotion. They only go behind from devotion. It's only by the mercy of Balaram Tattva, that is Balaram, Ananta, Lakshmana. So Balaram is Adi Guru. Guru Tattva can be understood. Khenamati Dwadasha Vatsara Thaki Ghare Nityananda Chalilena Tirtha Karibare. Now, Lord Nityananda remained at home like this for 12 years. Thereafter, he left for visiting the holy places. So, in this way, for 12 years, he used to enact this pastimes of Lord. Tirtha Yatra Karilena Vimshati Vatsara Tabe Sheshe Ailena Chaitanya Gochara. So he traveled to the holy places up to the age of 20 years and then finally joined the association of Lord Nityananda, of Lord Chaitanya. So at the age of 12 years, a mendicant comes in the house of Hadai Pandit, father of Nityananda Prabhu. Now he's so impressed with Hadai Pandit's seva. He says, I want to ask you one thing. Because Hadai Pandit says, when you leave, naturally, I have to give you something. I should give you. How best I can serve? He says, you give me your son. Hearing this, Hadai Pandit, like Dasharatha, he just fell unconscious. Even Padmavati fell unconscious. But he has given a word to the mendicant that whatever you want, I will fulfill. So in this way, that mendicant took Nityananda Prabhu for Brahman, Yatra Brahman, all the Tirtha Yatra Brahman. Tirtha Yatra he did till 20 years and then he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Tirtha Yatra Shonak Adikhande Ye Prabhu Re Ninde Dushta Papishta Pashande Ye Prabhu Karila Sarva Jagat Uddhara Karuna Samutra Yaha Bai Nahi Ara Yahar Kripaya Jani Chaitanyera Tattva, Ye Prabhuradvare, Vyakta Chaitanya Mahatva. Now, the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visiting holy places is there in Adikhand. It is said only degraded, sinful athis, papishta pashande. What they do? Ninde. They only criticize. Lord, he actually what he did, Jagata Uddhara. He delivered the entire universe. And he is an ocean of mercy. Karuna Samudra Yaha. So only by his Yahara Kripaya Jari Chaitanya Tattva. It's not so easy to understand Chaitanya Tattva. Only by his mercy a person can understand Chaitanya Tattva. Ye Prabhuradvare Vyakta Chaitanya Mahatva. So it is only by him the glories of Chaitanya is manifested. Nityananda Prabhu exhibited compassion towards the fallen, averse, living entities, and thus delivered the entire world. Being bereft of receiving his mercy, only wicked, sinful atheists criticized him. Only Shri Nityananda has made the truth regarding Chaitanya known to the world. Without his mercy, no one is able to enter the glories of Shri Chaitanya by independent endeavor. Shuna Shri Chaitanya Priyatamera Kathana Ye Mate Karila Tirtha Mandali Brahmanan. So, here Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur says, please listen to the topics concerning Chaitanya's dearest associate visiting the various pilgrimage sites. Regarding the holy places mentioned in verses 105 to 151, 194 to 202, that were sanctified by the touch of Lord's Nityananda lotus feet, one should refer to the various commentaries descriptions of the places mentioned in the Bhagavatam, 10.78, 10th Canto, 78, chapter 17 to 20, 10th Canto, 79, chapter 9 to 21, that were visited by Sri Baladeva. Even Balram did not take part in the war. At that time, Balram went for all the Tirtha Yatras. So they are correlating. The Tirtha Kshetras where Nityananda Prabhu visited, they are very much related to the Tirtha Yatras or Tirtha Kshetras where Prabhu Balaram visited. It is said, Tirtha Kshetras, they gain purity or they are sanctified by the touch of the Vaishnavas. In the Pundalik Leela, I was just telling you all that we should have this Pundalik pastime. Pundalik's father, mother, they were very much fed up with this Pundalik. He was a very wicked boy. They got him married also. But then still he was so wicked that he did not even care his parents. So his parents, they thought that what is the use of staying with such a son? Better is I go in Tirtha Kshetra. They go in Tirtha Kshetra. So they were just walking towards Kashi. That time Tirtha Kshetra means Kashi. They were thinking of going to Kashi. They are walking and here this wife, Pundalik's wife says, let us see where they have gone. We'll also go and see. So they were sitting on the horse. They could see their parents walking. And they saw that their parents entered ashram run by Kukutamuni ashram. So this boy and the wife, they were very curious to know what is there. So they go inside, but they see three beautiful, three ugly ladies entering the ashram, very ugly ladies and very dirty also. And then afterwards coming out very beautiful from the ashram. Mother surprised. Then they asked these three ladies, who are all you? You went very ugly and with a bad clothes, and how is it that you are looking very beautiful now? Then these three ladies, they were none other than Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati. They told, we are the three rivers who become dirty because of the sinful people like you all. When sinful people come, they deposit the sins in our river. But we come to this ashram and do some service to such a great sage, Kuputamuni, that by doing this service, we become purified. So the Vaishnavas, pure devotees, have that power to take the sins, even which is deposited in Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati. You will say, they don't have the power, they have. They want to show that Vaishnavas, when they visit the holy places, they are not coming to deposit the sins. In fact, when they take bath in the river, they remove the sins of others also. They remove the sins which is deposited. That is the power. So here it is said, Nityananda Prabhu, just by the touch of Nityananda Prabhu, the whole Tirtha Kshetra is sanctified. Prathame Chalila Prabhu Tirtha Vakreshwara Tabe Vaidyananda Vani Gila Ekashwara. So first Lord went to Vakreshwara. Then he went alone to Vaidyanath. Ekeshwara alone. Then Gaya, Giya, Kashikela, Shiva Rajadhani, Yahidhara, Vahe Ganga, Uttara Vahini. Then he went to Gaya. Then he went to Lord Shiva's abode, that is Kashi, where Ganga flows towards the north. Ganga Deki Bada Shukhi, Nityananda Raya, Snanakara Panakare, Arti Nahi Yaya. So seeing Ganga, Lord Nityananda was very happy, very pleased. He took bath and drank some water, yet his grief was not mitigated. Now, what is that grief? The grief is that the desire to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prayage Karila Magha Masi Praktah Snana Tabe Mathuraya Kela Purva Janma Sthana. Now, in the month of Magh, that is February, March, the Lord took an early morning bath at Prayag. Then he went to Mathura, his former birthplace. Yes, Nityananda Prabhu's former birthplace is Mathura. You say, how is it? Balaram is first born to Devaki, then she is shifted to the womb of Rohini. Purva Janmasthana. So that is the appearance place in Dwapar Yuga past tense. Yamuna Vishrama Ghate Kari Jalakeli Govardhana Paravata Bholena Kutuhali. So the Lord sported in the waters of the Yamuna at Vishram Ghat and thereafter went with great interest to see Govardhan. Shri Vindavana Adiyata Dwadashavana Ikeke Prabhu Sabha Karena Brahmana. So we have 12 forests in Vrindavan, Dwadashakana. So now here, Dwadashavana. So now here, Nityananda Prabhu, he visited all these 12 forests. Gokule Nandera Ghara Vasati Dekhiya Vistara Rodana Prabhu Karila Vasiya. So when he saw the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, he sat down and cried profusely. He was just crying because he was remembering his pastimes in Dwapar Yuga. Tabe Prabhu Madana Gopala Namaskari Chalila Hastinapura Pandavera Prabhu Puri. So now Nityananda Prabhu paid obeisances to Madana Gopal and then went to Hastinapur, the abode of the Pandavas. भक्त स्थान देखी प्रभु करे न क्रंदन ना भुजी है तैर तिख भक्ति शून्येर कारण. So seeing the home of the devotee of those devotees, Nityananda Prabhu began to cry. The local people could not understand. Why is he crying so much? Because they did not have that type of devotion. Tairtikha refers to the so-called residents of the holy places or local people. The word bhakti shunyera karana. Bhakti shunyera. Shunyera means lack of devotion. That became the cause of their not understanding why why Nityananda Prabhu is crying so much. Balarama Kirtite ki Hastina Nagare, Trahi Haladara Bali, Namaskara Pure. Nityananda Prabhu remembered Balaram's glorious activities at Hastinapur. He exclaimed, "Oh Haladara, please save me," and then offered obeisances. He'll say, "What is this?" He himself is Balaram, and he is praying Balaram. And why is he saying, "Please save me"? These doubts can arise. So when Lord is enacting the pastime of Nityananda, it's a Bhauma pastime. Balaram incarnated as Nityananda Prabhu, but still Nityananda Prabhu for Bhauma pastime will show that how is he praying to Balaram, though he is Balaram himself. And what is this? Please save me. Yes, only Guru can save. Nobody else can save. That is why here save me refers to protect me. Only Guru can protect the disciples. So here Nityananda Prabhu, who is enacting the devotee pastime, the pastime of a devotee. So as a devotee, one should pray to his spiritual master. Oh, spiritual master, please save me. Oh, Balaram Tattva, please save me. Guru Tattva, please save me. Tabe Dwarakaya Ai Lena Nityananda Samudre Karila Snana Hailananda. After that, Nityananda Prabhu went to Dwarka, where he enjoyed taking bath in ocean. Siddhapura Gela Yatha Kapilera Sthana Matsya Tirthe Mahotsava Karila Annadana. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Kapila Tirtha, Siddhapur. There he went to Matsya Tirtha, where he distributed foodstuff at a festival. So this is the place of Kapil Muni, Siddhapur. Shiva Kanchi, Vishnu Kanchi, Gela Nityananda, Dekhi Hase, Dui Gade, Maha Dvandva. Then he visited Vishnu Kanchi, Shiva Kanchi, Vishnu Kanchi. He laughed when he saw the two groups of followers quarreling there. So we have this Vishnu Kanchi, Shiva Kanchi, Kanchipuram. And there, if you see, these two people, they'll keep their hands. They'll keep the hands near their eyes. This Vishnu Kanchi, the Vaishnavas will not see the Shaivites, and Shaivites will not see the Vaishnavas. The residents, you can say. You cannot call them as Vaishnavas, because if he is a true Vaishnava, he will always respect Lord Shiva. So the residents, you can say, the residents of Shiv Kanchi, the residents of Vishnu Kanchi, so what they do, they fight with each other. They always debate whose position is greatest, whether it is Lord Vishnu's or Lord Shiva's. The second line of this verse refers to Vishnu Kanchi's residents who are Vaishnavas, and Shiva Kanchi residents who are the devotees of Lord Shiva, the devotee of Sankarsana. Due to their poor fund of knowledge, these two groups always debate over the positions of Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. In other words, after observing their fierce animosity towards each other, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, who is not different from Mula Sankarshan, Vishnu, began to laugh. So Mula Sankarshan is Vishnu Tattva himself. But people have, who is Lord Shiva? He comes from Mahasankarshan only. So people out of ignorance, they just fight with each other, debating who is greatest. Kurukshetre Prabhu Pruthuda ke Bindu Sarovara Prabhase Gelena Sudarshana Tirthabare. Then Nityananda Prabhu visited Kurukshetra, Delhi side. Pruthudaka, Bindu Sarovar, Prabhas, Sudarshan Tirtha. Last verse. Trita Kupa Mahatirtha Gelena Vishala Tabe Brahmatirtha Chakratirthera Chalila. He also visited great holy places, that is Tritakupa. He also visited Vishala, Brahmatirtha, and Chakratirtha. So here we'll stop. So homework is we should read the places which is visited by Balaram. That is 70th chapter, 79th chapter, in the 10th canto. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any doubts?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Prabhuji.
I was just counting Mataji. I don't know if I counted correctly. Today we discussed the route of nearly 27 places. I don't know. I maybe wrong one year and there. 27 places we discussed. My question, Mataji, is that
Yeah, tell.
tell you. It is written here, the Lord first went to Vakreshwara, then he went alone. So why does he go alone? Because you have always said that whenever we visit a holy place, we should go in the association of devotees. So I wanted to understand that part.
He has gone with a mendicant. No? Here alone refers, and one should seek the association of Guru who will give us the knowledge of the Tirthas. Now, Guru visiting alone doesn't matter. Now, he knows about the Tirtha. What is our purpose of visiting the Tirtha? To know about the Tirtha, to know about the Lord.
Yes.
So, Balaram can go alone, not a problem.
But then you are saying no, that all these enactments are teaching us. So then what is the teaching in this if you go alone?
In this, we can understand that he is Balaram. He is the source of all the knowledge. And he is going with mendicant. That also understand. He has gone with a mendicant. Even if it is written alone, doesn't matter.
So you have
we should understand that he is Guru Tattva. The Guru can go alone. The Srila Prabhupada went alone to all the Kshetras. But at the same time, one should see the association of Srila Prabhupada and other devotees.
Good answer, Mataji. You went even beyond the question. What I asked. The next question is, Mataji, you said Vaishnavas take bath in river and they have the power to remove the sins which were deposited in the river by those other persons who had taken a dip in the river. I don't know. That is what I think you said. So my question was this, that this is just a statement which I could understand it theoretically. What if you want to go beyond this statement? What can you say beyond this statement? What happens? How does this removing of sins takes place and all that?
It's just because the Vaishnavas, they go and chant the holy name. And chanting the holy name removes all the sins.
The vibrations of the transcendental sound.
Yeah.
The last question, Mataji.
Yes.
Last question, text 105. Regarding the holy places mentioned in so and so verse, that was sanctified by the touch of Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet. But these holy places are already sanctified. So then how do we understand this line?
The people over there are sanctified by just seeing Nityananda. When you say the holy place is sanctified, that means what? Who is staying there?
The residents of that holy place. So they are sanctified by the touch.
Yes.
But the holy place itself is a sanctified place.
How will a person understand that? Somebody has to teach, na?
Okay.
Like many people go to Vrindavan. What they see there? They'll see Baki Bihari and afterwards they'll come and see chart. And they'll be just absorbed in the chart. But somebody has to glorify. That is why Adi Guru, just by seeing him also, sadhus. Why a person go there? So that they get the darshan of sadhu, Guru, Vaishnavas.
Hare Krishna.
Anyone else? So let us celebrate.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah.
One question small. Mataji, still fight is going on between Shiv Panthi and Vishnu Panthi. अभी तक भी वो सब फाइट कर चालू रखते वो.
होने दो ना, क्या होता है, ये तो कलयुग है ना, भगवान चाहते हैं कुछ तो हो रहा है.
अच्छा.
कली कैसा होगा, कलयुग को तो होना ही है.
तो माताजी अगर हमें अभी पता है तो फिर हम बता सकते हैं कि ये आप जो फाइट कर रहे हो गलत है. करो, प्रयास करने में क्या जाता है. ओके माताजी, क्योंकि शिव जी हमारे इतने बड़े वैष्णव है तो फिर हम बता सकते हैं ना. बताइए.
लेकिन बताकर वहां आर्ग्यूमेंट में मत हो जाइए, तो आर्ग्यूमेंट
अच्छा,
करेंगे तो वापस हम भी कली में चले जाते हैं।
ओके माता जी।
अगर सुनने वाला है तो ही बताना चाहिए, सुनने वाला नहीं है तो नहीं बताना चाहिए। ठीक है।
one should influence others rather than be influenced by them.
ओके माता जी, हरे कृष्णा।
So Parina Mataji, again you have to sit and write drama on Pundalik and Pandharpur, Panduranga, and take the characters. Let children take part. All the children. Let's try out. I'm trying to call the Varkaris also. Mostly we'll be having the festival in the evening, not in the afternoon. I'm just planning with these RSS people. They have a lot of Varkaris. So I'll put the schedule. It will be in a nice way, big way only, not in a small way. And there will be what you call, flower dress for Lord. So yesterday Sudhir Prabhuji was expressing, if we have in the program in the evening like 4:30, 5 o'clock, then the devotees have time to make the flower dress in the morning. If we have a program in the evening, in the morning, then Saturday evening we have to make. The Saturday offices and all those things are there. Let us see. Plan out with Sudhir Prabhu, the RSS people, and then put in the group. Anyhow, it is Sunday, it doesn't matter. 4:30 also if we have, 5 o'clock also if we have. A lot of bhajan, kirtan, some pastimes. Okay. Hare Krishna.